Ladies and gentlemen, these games here, and I welcome you back to World of Tanks news episode. In today's episode we are going to take our first look at new map that is going to be in the game with patch 9.7. It is Normandy Beaches style landing called Overlord, and yes guys, it is pretty badass. After what, we're going to talk about some changes with old vehicles, some changes with the game, and some new vehicles as well. So let's start the show. And welcome to Overlord. Pretty beautiful, isn't it? Bunkers. On the top of the bunkers there are German tank turrets, and just beautiful piece of art, as you're going to see that from the video as well. So, introduction for you. A lot of history made into that map actually, because real historical fortification schemes were used when the map was designed. The coastline is slightly simplified, as in the reality it was completely covered with anti-landing barriers and hedgehogs, so it would have been basically unplayable for World of Tanks. Such a simplification was made due to certain game issues and due to certain optimization problems, because you know, the larger number of destructible objects, they're going to eat your computer more. So let's save your CPU and graphics card a bit, why not? So the area down there was the landing area, a lot of open space. Coming up here like completely new map. I mean, what is going on guys? Two maps in the same map. Yeah, Inception. But I can already think about a lot of cool strategies for medium tanks, for tank destroyers. There are some nice camping positions for DDs. Nice strategies for heavy tanks, SPGs, why the hell not? Something for everyone. I really do hope so, that this is going to be another action-packed map. But in World of Tanks we just have to wait and see and test it out, because World of Tanks can surprise you many times. But there is a little hope that this is going to be action-packed map, because it is quite a mixed type of map. Rural buildings, long-term fortification, and quite a lot of open space. So yeah. As said, something for everyone. This map is large, 1000 meters by 1000 meters, so something for every type of vehicle and something for every type of strategy. All I have to say, well done Wargaming, and another great map for World of Tanks. I've said it before and I'm going to say it again, I haven't seen any other game with such an epic and such a huge map base for one game. This is really ridiculous how many different maps do we have for World of Tanks, and we are getting even some new ones as well, like this Overlord in here. And each and every new map is better than the last one. I mean, I even haven't seen some of the new maps like Mittengard, like Coast Town. Yes, they are special maps, but that proves my point. We have so many maps that we have special maps, like tier capped maps, Province, Mittengard. That Mittengard is actually a really beautiful map. We have special maps for team battles like Coast Town, and after that we have 10,000 maps for standard battles, for encounter modes, for any other mode. Really epic. So I'm really happy about the map pool, and you are moving in the right direction Wargaming with your maps at least. As said, haven't seen any other game with such a huge map base. Well done. And I believe it is time to change the topic, some other news as well. Developers are considering how to deal with more and more cheating mods, but for now nothing can be said. Yes, it is really hard fight for gaming industry as a whole, and for World of Tanks as well, so we just have to give some extra time for Wargaming, and hopefully they can deal with that. Like one of my professors said in the university, the best and the most intelligent programmers are hackers, because of how open-minded they are and how creative they are. So that's why you see a lot of companies are hiring hackers as well, for huge monies actually, because the value what you're getting from them is priceless. But moving on, transferring the tank to HD model doesn't always mean an armor nerf, but it implies making the armor more accurate. Sometimes something becomes thicker, something becomes thinner, depends on each tank. So basically with every change a little bit more history comes into effect, more historically accurate tanks, which is nice. Regarding the effects of 9.6 accuracy nerf, it was stated that its effect has to be analyzed on a large number of players. Just a quick note for you guys if you don't know what I'm talking about, then basically you're going to hit in the center of the aiming circle less frequently if you're firing partial aim shots or shots on the move. After 9.6 accuracy nerf, artist stats will be monitored as well, very carefully. Storm confirms that some of the old premium tanks will be removed from the store. Which tanks exactly, not sure yet, but let us just think about which premium tanks are old premium tanks. Maybe we find the answer that way. But talking about tier 8s, the income situation on tier 8 used to be much worse. So it's not true that tier 8 players are suffering more than they did before. There have been some topics on the forum where people are arguing about that, so there is no problem at all. The transmission/engine split will only come for the rest of the tanks when the vehicles are reworked to HD. Pretty smart, because otherwise it would be just waste of the manpower. One-man training rooms will not be implemented, as it might significantly influence server performance, server load. It was considered and rejected. For me, especially, that sucks a lot. So many times I have to bug my clanmates or my friend list to do some kind of recording action, either on the test server or live server, but one-man training rooms would have been answer for that. But now, yeah, have to do it in the old ways. Now I believe we all know that FE215B is going to be removed from the game, but some of you maybe didn't know that VK4502B is going to be removed from the game as well, so I guess they don't like back-turreted tanks, yeah. Also FE4202. British tanks are going to be replaced with Chieftain and Action X, and they both will come in the same batch. Chieftain armor was already measured. It's not like the 110E5 was the answer. Well played. But Chieftain's model is not ready yet. But when VKB is going to be removed from the game, then VK4502A is not going to get the name after the B. So you're still going to be Tuck Tank anyways. Doesn't matter which name you're wearing. And let's finish up today's episode with something epic. This is new upcoming tier 7 premium tank, most likely. Possibly the E25 replacement tank, but not sure yet. Krupp-Steyr Waffenträger. Project of the Steyr company created as a part of the competition to create special artillery tractor, capable of not only transporting the artillery piece from one place to another, but also firing on the move from the chassis. Pretty epic. More about the tank maybe in our next World of Tanks news episode. So stay tuned, subscribe, comments. I hope it was an informative episode for you. I thank you for watching. Take care guys. Bye. That was hard.